Yeah, I welcome you all today to Common Sense Matters with Kelvin. Thank you for being here with us. You know, this is where we reason. Yes, we come here every time to reason because this is Common Sense Matters with Kelvin. Yes, we're here to look at things the way they are. We are here to look at things the way they truly are. That way we can have clarity in our understanding. Thank you. Now let's look at today's topic, call making. Yes, call making. We all do this. We make calls every day. But there are things I want us to look at. Let's look at things the way they truly are. Remember, we are here to reason. Thank you. Now, call making. Oftentimes, we have people complain. People complain, doesn't pick my call, you have not picked my call, and the call is not picking and all that. Yes, it happened to all of us, yes. But we need to look at it closely. There are actually reasons. Yes, there are actual reasons and things that could make someone not to pick call when the call comes in. All of us may have had our own share of the story, but we look at it closely here. What are those reasons that can make one not to pick call? One of them could be someone being in a religious center, probably praying. You know, such times you don't pick your call. Two, your phone might be in silent, probably on silent, but with you, and you may not know it's ringing. We can go. What if you're in an exam hall? What if you're in an interview? What if you're in with a counselor, probably receiving counsel? What if you're in a busy place, in a noisy place that picking call wouldn't even be tolerated in such places? I can go on and on and on and on. There are so many reasons that could make one not to be able to pick a call when it comes in. What we do with the missed calls is another thing altogether, but we'll come to that. But let's look at why we don't pick these calls in the first place. That these reasons that probably was the reason why we don't pick these calls. The other person that is calling, that's the caller this time, probably wouldn't know about this, probably don't know about these situations. And that person may go on concluding or assuming that this other person doesn't want to pick the call, doesn't want to answer you, hate you, dislike you, doesn't want to pick the call, doesn't want to talk to you. You know, there are so many things we can cook up in our mind just because someone did not pick our call. But I tell us this, oftentimes we also need to look at our attitude towards calling. Yes, we need to check our attitude. Remember, this is common sense matters, and we are saying it the way it is because we all understand this. We see these things every day. We do them. What we are saying are not for aliens. It is us. What we do on a daily basis. That's why we can come here to reason. Yes, we can all reason because we do this. So, you that is calling someone, you called someone once, the person didn't pick your call. You called twice, the person didn't pick your call. I would suggest at that point, give a break because you need to start to reason. You need to start engaging your common sense. Now I've called this person one, twice. The person is not picking. Now begin to tell yourself one or two of those things I said earlier that could be reason why someone could not pick a call when it comes in. Begin to tell yourself the person might be busy, the person might be on the road, the person might be in a class, the person might be in court, the person might be doing worshiping, the person might be. Just tell yourself something to enable you calm down a little bit because two missed calls should be enough for someone to pick or return the call. So for the person not to pick these calls, automatically he's sending a message to you that the person might not be disposed to pay the call. Yes, oftentimes they don't return the call. Yes, I know this too. Oftentimes people don't to return the call, especially when the reasons are clear. You self should know sometimes. Yes, it's possible you are bugging the person. It's possible the person is avoiding you for reasons that you know. It's possible the person who wouldn't or probably didn't have any airtime whatsoever, probably didn't have any money to load and to be able to call back. May not even have text message, may not have nothing. These are possibilities, yes. Let us not just conclude. These are possibilities, except and unless when you establish that this person truly and clearly is avoiding your call, then you can now come out and say whatever you want to say to the person. Probably the reason why the avoidance of the call might be you. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But if it is the person, then you cannot go out and tell the person to the person's face, you are avoiding my call and you should. Look at what I was calling you for. Because not all calls mean negative. Not all calls mean things that we might be thinking. Some calls might be something different. Some might be blessing. Some might be good news. I'm just saying. But when you call someone once, twice, and the person didn't pick, I would suggest you give a little break. There's what we call avoidance of that. I don't know how to put it, but give the person a little benefit of that. Probably the person will return the call 1 day, 2 days. But sometimes we do have emergencies. Yes, emergency, because if you call someone once, twice, and the person didn't pick a call, I suggest you should break. But if you want to continue calling, I put it this way, then it must be emergency. Yes, it must be an emergency for you to continue ringing someone's phone. It must be an emergency, because if it's not, limit the call to twice. If the person doesn't pick your call twice, call it a day for some time. Probably, if you want to call for is so serious and so important to you, then you can repeat again after a while. Give that person time to be able to have done what the person was doing, probably, and be able to see your missed call and probably return your call. This may not happen 1 minute, 2 minutes. It might be in hours because you don't know what the person was doing. Yes, you don't know what the person was doing. So just give that benefit of doubt. Give the person some hours. Then the person doesn't come back, you might try another once or twice and give the break again. That person will now begin to understand that someone is actually trying to reach me. And probably the person will look for a way to call you back. Now, I check my phone. I see 9 missed calls within succession. 9 missed calls. And at the end of the day, I called back. Do you know what the person told me? They just trying to ask me how far. I things. No, just look at it. Give me 9 missed calls just to ask me how far. How things now. No, let's look at this. 9 missed calls. What if those calls came in while I was receiving lecture? Probably I was undergoing some session. And those calls keep banging, 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 probably disturbing everyone in that environment. And eventually, when I pick it, all I could hear is half hour. You see why I say try to limit your calls to twice? It is common sense, yes. Twice will show or tell the person you're trying to call that you're actually trying to discuss or talk with the person, yes. That twice will tell the person when the person saw the missed calls. 9, 12, 15 missed calls won't tell me that. It will piss me off. It will piss me off. Except on emergency. If it's an emergency, you can give me 200 missed calls. It will worth it, yes. Because you're trying to inform me. You're trying to draw my attention to something serious, something I should respond. So those missed calls will be appreciated in those situations, these circumstances. But not on plain ground. Just want to know how I'm doing. Just want to know how I'm doing. And you're giving me 15 missed calls in a straight? No, no, no. Please, let us use common sense when we do these things. It is profitable to direct. Yes, because oftentimes we may feel disappointed. Yes, but probably not disappointed anyway. We just created it for ourselves. Yes, we just created it. So that we give ourselves unnecessary pressure, unnecessary BP that shouldn't be. Yes, we do. Sometimes when we lack common sense. But I believe we understand this. Please, some of us understand this better. And please, you can share it to everyone. Let people know about this. Let people, people should learn to use their common sense to do things. When it comes to call making, please, let us try to understand how it should be done so that it won't become a stress. Or probably, I don't know how to put it, but it's something that's supposed to be good and effective and useful. But sometimes we can abuse them and we're not going to have negative feelings about them. We shouldn't be. It shouldn't. I say it shouldn't be. So let us try to use our common sense when we make call. And oftentimes when you call, keep quiet and listen so you can understand where the network is true or not. Sometimes you call someone, the person has picked, probably haven't heard you, probably haven't heard anything, and you will start playing all you have come to play without even knowing that the person is not hearing you. So please pay attention. You should be able to know when the network is free and true for you to communicate or not. Else, put it off and call back. When you have clarity, you can go ahead with your message. Oftentimes, you bra bra bro bro bra 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 bra. At the end of the day, the person is not even here and die. The person is still struggling, hello, hello, and you don't even know this. Let us use our common sense sometimes. You can censor this. Put the phone in your ear. After the ring, wait for response. When the person shouts hello, you are free to pass your message. But when you notice that the person haven't said hello, meaning the person haven't heard you, probably the person is struggling or network is affecting the communication. Keep quiet first and observe. If there's no clarity whatsoever, are you trying to say, are you there? No response. Immediately, it's an indicator that the network is not too good. Put down the phone, call back. Some persons will drag you. You're not hearing nothing, but they will keep talking non-stop. You are still shouting hello, hello, trying to know your caller. Who's calling? You're not even hearing nothing. The person is still ranting. Why? It is your fault because you haven't truly cooled down to listen, observe, be sure there's a link, there's a communication on the line before you start passing your message. Please let us try to do this. We'll have a better phone call experience by the time we begin to apply common sense to these things. I promise you, it is profitable to direct. Thank you on this one, and I'll see you in the next episode.